I may make it into a video. I probably could do that. If I coach someone, I'll just make it into a video, talk about like, you know, what to do with Juri. Let me do this. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
I saw you want to, you know, try and figure out a bit more things with Juri, you know, kind of work outside the box type thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of like new to Street Fighter, so I still have some things like anti-airing and stuff to work on. I kind of want to like solidify maybe my game plan with Juri when it comes to like poking and going for OQ.
So you kind of want to get like basically a generalistic game plan with Juri and try to understand like what to do with certain ranges and kind of like the common things and stuff like that.
Yeah, or see like where the way I'm currently playing with her,
yeah,
where there might be some things that I need to work on with my game plan.
Probably like one thing, a big thing that you talked about was anti-airing. I know that it is simple on paper, but I know probably in game you're probably struggling with all the options that the opponent can do. Where like it's, you know, drive rush, drive impact, regular dash. If they have a dive kick, they can mess you up like that. So there's a bunch of options, but Juri has like pretty simple options. It just matters the range. But typically when they're in this range, you can always use like the medium version of your DP. One, it's pretty shallow and you actually get Oki off of it, especially when you drive rush with it. So I'm gonna jump and then just try and drive rush afterwards. So you're right there, like you're dead in my face. It's pretty annoying to deal with a good player who does that all the time, where you just can't jump on them. But it's definitely a skill that takes a lot of time to learn.
Did she get the same Oki from her heavy punch version?
Yeah, I believe, yeah, she's like just dead on you. Like she's one of those characters where like she can just do whatever, and if she gets a DP, it's kind of like, yeah, gotta deal with her being on you all the time.
What do you like to do in like the ambiguous angles, like right here?
Yeah, those, it's iffy for me. Sometimes I just like to actually just jump back air throw, so jump at me. I just do that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more like my quick knee-jerk reaction, or if you jump at me again, I'll try to cross-cut.
Yeah, the crosscut is the hard part.
Yeah, the crosscut is definitely, it takes time, trust me. Think about it so many different ways, it boggles the mind. You can actually do regular DP and autocorrect to the same side, or you can do what I like to do is the half circle motion. If I'm not mistaken, it's harder on player 2 side with stick than player 1, because you're going to the right instead of the left.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, so it depends on how you feel about like stick and all that, or how you feel like with the line. So it's naturally just up to what you want to do. But it was a thing that helped out a lot in 5 because of the way the system worked. And it was a thing that a lot of players use depending on which character they had. So it was definitely something that is like a good reactionary, because if you know Brian F, he actually used it with Balrog in 5 to actually get EX upper if it was a fake string or something like that.
Okay, so with this, is it vulnerable to do? Because like I know like for a split second you're doing down forward.
This
down forward, down back motion.
It can be a little bit like it's a little bit vulnerable to if they just if they're going crazy. This is mainly for like if you are definitely for sure like, oh yeah, they're gonna jump, I'm gonna sit here. But you don't have to do it all the time. You can just do it like, you know, normal DP or whatever floats your boat how you feel. It's just another option to add to it. But yeah, if they're ever in this weird ambiguous, because I know this game is notorious, I'm pretty sure you got hit by like jump ins that aren't crossed up but they cross you up. And and it's like, what the hell? Typically my thing is you can always do jump back light kick, neutral jump, or back jump air throw, only because like air throws beat a good amount of jumps in this game, so you can actually just use that to just stop them. So those are kind of like my somewhat knee-jerk reactions to situations I'm just not comfortable with. I'm like, no, get away from me, or hell, even a medium character, jump medium punch, because jump medium punch juggles.
I want to get more comfortable using jump medium punch, but the button hits so low below her.
Yeah.
I'm like worried it'll whip.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying, like the way it hits, but eventually you get used to it. I mean, I typically just use it either in combos or if I'm trying to fuzzy guard someone on top of their head. If it's a close range jump in, medium DP, far range, kind of like where you're standing, heavy DP, and then ambiguous, either cross cut or air throw or jump back light kick. It'll take time, of course, to like figure out all those in your head.
Yeah, that's been like the hardest thing. Like as far as like feng shui engine goes and everything, anti-airings, it's been like the biggest thing to get used to.
Yeah, anti-airing is literally like for sure a prime thing. I know that a lot of new players are annoyed about or just like struggle to understand, and it'll just take time for sure. But I promise, if sometimes on games you're just like, all right, I just want to focus on anti-airing. If I don't anti-air, I don't know, like I'll paint a fence or I'll do a put jump and jack or something like that. Just make it something fun. Or if you have a bunch of people just like talk shit about like you not anti-airing, eventually just be like, all right, bro, I'm an anti-air, and eventually
learn this.
Yeah.
How do you like to use her projectiles? 'Cause I'm like trying to get more used to using that. I know you can like drive rush behind, but sometimes she'll go ahead of it.
Yeah, I can use it for a number of different things. When I use it in neutral, 9 times out of 10, I just play around this range and I just throw it out. And you kind of can play around with it, see what the opponent does. Because, for example, if they, let's say, if you hold parry right now, I can do something like that. Okay. So it's, think of it as like almost a shield in a way, where you can use this, and whatever you do with the shield, it depends on like how you react, how the opponent reacts, because I can use it as a way of, all right, I know they're gonna check my drive rush, but if they try and check me, the fireball will hit them if they get too close. So it's a bit of a mind game with it. You can use it just to be like, hey, get away from me, because then if they, of course, I see if they press a button, they actually get hit by the extended hitbox of it. So you can use it as a way to keep out, because you can loop it basically. And you can actually mask it too, so you can just like walk forward and just press light punch and be like up, and then all of a sudden surprise. So it's something like it's definitely one of Juri's biggest tools, because you can do so much with it.
Yeah,
and you can even keep it simple. You don't even have to do too much of it. I can just do this to someone and just be like, I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'm just gonna walk forward with it.
Yeah, sometimes I do notice like people like will walk themselves to the corner.
Yeah,
they want to jump forward.
Yeah, it's kind of like if they do that, if they just walk forward to you and you're like, okay, I don't really care. And if they jump at it or something like that, like this, and then it's like, oh, you can't do really much about it. Kind of just like right there, and then you could establish pressure. Most of the time with Juri players, like high level ones, they tend to use it either the way to start offense, zone, or just play it out in neutral and see what happens. The only bit of downside about it is that it has a decent amount of recovery. So if they call it, if they jump at you while you do it,
oh yeah,
it is
my goodness,
fairly annoying. You're like, bro, why did you jump right there?
Yeah, Cammy, if she like expects you to do it,
yeah,
like, it does fit knuckle right to you.
When it comes to certain characters like Cammy, you gotta play a bit more passive with it. I don't really recommend it too much to use against Cammy, unless like Cammy just, I don't know, like they refuse to use spin knuckle or something like that. But with those matchups, you can just mess around and be like, I'm just using block strings or something like that, or don't even use it at all. It's up to you. But yeah, it's a versatile tool that you can use for almost anything in this game. What is it, on knockdowns, people actually can't level 1 because this is a medium.
Yeah, I messed around with that one as well.
Yeah, it's pretty good as a me. It's really good against JP, man, because his counter loses the fireballs and his level 1 loses the fireballs, so it's like, that's perfect for me. Yeah, fireball's pretty versatile. Just mess around with different options, bunch of stuff. Anything else you want to work on? Feng shui, combos.
Would you like to play a match or two, and then maybe you can tell me what you think?
Yeah,
that I need to work on.
Yeah, we could do like a first 2-3.
All right, sounds good.
All right, chat. I'm back. Sorry. Sorry, we were in a training session. Ah. Overall, you're pretty solid as a Juri player. You're generally kind of saying your knowledge about the character and everything. Probably the two of the biggest things I know is that you were jumping a lot. I know it's kind of like you want to get something started type of feel and everything. I know it's like hard to resist the urge to jump, but Juri is such a good character on the ground that I would just recommend just be like, all right, I can chill by doing nothing and just slowly walking. And just, you know, if they allow you to get stores in neutral, get like literally store up in neutral, kind of like how you were doing in the beginning. You're like, all right, he's feeling me out. Let me just store. But one of the big things with Juri, of course, as you know, is drive rush or drive rush cheap, which generally it is. I abuse the hell out of it. Let's say you're going against like Manon, for example. You know what? I want to get started to see what she does. You can just drive rush medium punch and see how she reacts to defensively. Something to get started other than jumping. I think that drive rush is a bit better only because if you get the hit, you can actually get a pretty good reward. Because if you do drive rush medium punch and a hit, you can do crouching heavy punch into heavy store into DP, and then you can actually have the corner now.
I'll mess around with these in like practice mode, and then maybe I'll hit you up with some replays sometime.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
Thank you for the session, though.
Yeah, no problem. Hopefully your Juri does well and you get to master or something like that.
I appreciate it. I'm working on it.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, later.
All right, have a guys. Come on, was my coaching good or is my coaching good, bro?